Jesus, you are the light of the world.
The light no darkness can overcome.
Stay with us now, for it is evening,
And the day is almost over.
Let your light scatter the darkness,
And shine within your people here. Joyous light of heavenly glory, loving glow of God's own face, you who sing creation's story, shine on every land and race. Now as evening falls around us, we shall raise our songs to you. God of daybreak, God of shadows, come and light our hearts anew. In the stars that grace the darkness, in the blazing sun of dawn, of the light of peace and wisdom, we can hear your quiet song. Love that fills the night with wonder, love that warms the weary soul, love that bursts all chains asunder, set us free and make us whole. You who make the heavens splendor, every dancing star of night, make us shine with gentle justice. Let us each reflect your light. Mighty God of all creation, gentle Christ who lights our way, loving Spirit of salvation, lead us on to endless day. May God be with you all, and also with you. Let us sing our thanks to God. It is right to give God thanks and praise. Blessed are you, Creator of the universe. From old you have led your people by night and day. May the light of your Christ make our darkness bright. For your word and your presence are the light of our pathways, and you are the light and life of all creation. Amen. Let my prayer rise up like incense before you, the lifting up of my hands as an offering to you. Oh God, I call to you. Oh God, I call to you. Oh, come to my voice when I cry, my voice when I cry to you. Let my prayer rise up. Let my prayer rise up like incense before you, the lifting up of my hands Touch me, God, deep in my heart, with your light and your love. Be burning. Let my prayer rise up like incense before you, the lifting up of my hands as an offering to you. All praise to the God of all praise to the God of all creator of us. All praise be to Christ and the Spirit of let my prayer rise up like incense before you, the lifting up of my hands as an offering to you.
A reading from the Old Testament book of Numbers. From Mount Hor, the Israelites set out by the way to the Red Sea to go around the land of Edom. But the people became impatient on the way. The people spoke against God and against Moses.
Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no food and no water, and we detest this miserable food.
Then the Lord sent poisonous serpents among the people, and they bit the people, so that many Israelites died. The people came to Moses and said,
We have sinned by speaking against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord to take away the serpents from us.
So Moses prayed for the people. And the Lord said to Moses, Make a poisonous serpent and set it on a pole, and everyone who is bitten shall look at it and live. So Moses made a serpent of bronze and put it upon a pole. And whenever a serpent bit someone, that person would look at the serpent of bronze and live. Psalm 121, which is one of my favorite psalms, begins, I lift up my eyes. It would seem that God's people in the wilderness have forgotten how to lift up their eyes. When we lift up our eyes, we look up, we look out, we look beyond ourselves. But God's people in the wilderness seem more like navel gazers to me. They have turned in upon themselves. They are neglecting to look up and out, and thus they cannot see the hope that comes with the bigger picture. It is true that life in the wilderness is uncomfortable and challenging. Life was hard back in Egypt under the oppressive rule of Pharaoh. They were expecting freedom to be sweet and easy and carefree. And now that the novelty of the change is wearing off and they are finding their new freedom to be rather tough and tedious and tiresome, their focus has shifted from celebration to lamentation. They are weary from all of the traveling. They've got no place to call home. And while God may provide them with manna to eat, it would be nice to have a little variety in their diet. God's people are impatient. They are looking to complain, and they are finding much to complain about. They are focusing on what they do not have, rather than on what they do have. The bronze serpent will invite them to look beyond themselves to see God and God's healing power. The bronze serpent will invite them to lift up their eyes. The bronze serpent will invite them to see the much larger picture. What do we find ourselves complaining about? And how much time do we spend complaining? It may be helpful to track our words for a day or two. Do we spend more time dwelling on the negative or on the positive? When we look to complain, we can easily find much to complain about. But this is also true. When we look for the blessings, we will find them also, and we can learn to recognize them as gifts from God. And so I challenge you to look for the blessings. Expect to find God's gifts in your everyday life. Make it your intention to express gratitude. In doing so, our lives will not magically become perfect, but our spirits will be lifted and our eyes will recognize the abundance of what we already have in the gifts of God's love come to us through life shared with God, with one another, and with all of creation. Breathe deep. Seek love. Be at peace.
The light shines in the darkness,
and the
And the
darkness has not overcome it.
An angel went from God to a town called Nazareth, to a woman whose name was Mary. The angel said to her, "Rejoice, highly favored, for God is with you. You shall bear a child, and his name shall be Jesus, the chosen one of God Most High." And Mary said, "I am the servant of my God. I live to do your will." My soul proclaims your greatness, O God, and my spirit rejoices in you. You have looked with love on your servant here, and blessed me all my life through. Great and mighty are you, O Holy One. Strong is your kindness evermore. How you favor the weak and lowly one, humbling the proud of heart. You have cast the mighty down from their thrones, and uplifted the humble of heart. You have filled the hungry with wondrous things, and left the wealthy no part. Great and mighty are you, O faithful one. Strong is your justice, strong your love. As you promised to Sarah and Abraham, come rejoices in you. You have looked with love on your servant here, and blessed me all my life through. God of mercy, hold us in love.
In peace, we pray to you.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
For peace and salvation, we pray to you.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
For peace between nations, for peace between peoples.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
For we who are gathered to worship and praise you.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
For all of your servants who live out your gospel.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
For all those who govern, that justice might guide them.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
For all those who labor in service to others.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
Grant weather that nourishes all of creation.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
Keep watch on our loved ones and keep us from danger.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
For all the beloved who rest in your mercy.
God of mercy, hold us in love.
Help us, comfort us all of our days.
Keep us, hold us, gracious God.
Let us bless our God.
Praise and thanks to you. May God create and bless us and keep us. May Christ be ever life.